Hey guys and girls, welcome back to another beautiful video on this beautiful channel, this beautiful day. How you guys and girls are doing? Hope you're doing great, and hope you're learning. I hope you can follow through all of my videos on this in the series, and I hope you're having fun as well. Yeah, so we're just gonna make one more video on this combat test thingy, so we're gonna keep working on that. But before we get started, as usual, please check out the description box if you can. You got my Twitter, follow me on that, my support page. You can drop a like or subscribe if you want. That'll help me out a ton. And then you got some useful links to playlists down there, so you can just check that out quickly if you want. And yeah, let's just get started. So what we did in the last video, we just made some kind of a little shell here where we can actually attack and stuff and be able to test our attack. So I was thinking today probably we're just gonna make the base. I'm just gonna explain to you how this is going to work, okay? And how you'd make a combat test with something as an enemy's defense and a character's attack. Like how can you see which one is bigger and which one is less, and how that affects the whole combat system. So the whole combat system is basically built on percentages. So you have maybe 100 attack rating, hit rating, or 110 hit rating for the character, which is gonna attack, and the enemy, which is defending, has maybe 80 defense. So you see the character's attack rating or hit rating is higher than the enemy's defense. But having numbers like that can make it really hard to randomize numbers. So what I usually do is I put those two together, and that's my 100%, right? And somewhere in between those two is a line. So I make those into like a range between 1 and 100, and then I have a line in between for how much of that part is the character's hit rating, how much is the enemy's defense. So if I just explain, like here is a big, this is from 1 to 100, right? Now obviously 50-50 would be in the middle, but since the enemy has a little less defense than the player's attack, the line is going to be here somewhere. So in between, if a random number comes in between this area here, between 1 and let's say 80%, then the character will hit. Otherwise, if it comes in between 80 and 100, it will miss. Okay, so that's kind of how 1 to 100, it's called interpolation. So we make a bigger number into a smaller range, basically. And it's always, no matter how big the numbers get, will always be between 1 and 100. So that makes it a little easier for us. So we're going to need a few things, okay? And we're going to need to convert everything into floats, because it makes it a little easier for percentage calculation. So I'm going to have a float, total hit def. Okay, that's what I'm going to call it. And this is going to be this character get. So eventually we're gonna do this several times, because first the player is gonna, or first one of these character or the enemy is gonna attack or defend, right? So it depends, like if you want to add the character's attack or the character's defense. But in this example today, we're just gonna say get hit rating. Okay, get let's see, did I define that? Get defense. Whoops, why did I do that? That's not good. That's not good at all. Sorry about that. Get damage max, get. I must have been high while doing this. I'm sorry, I'm never high. Just kidding. There we go. Get hit rating, get all that. So everything needs to be get. I don't know. I'll just copy everything from stamina. No member damage, really? Damage min. Sorry about that. God, what am I doing? Hopefully you guys and girls fixed all of this. I'm just gonna copy all of that, and I'm gonna put it into enemy, where I also messed this up. So just like that, I'm just gonna remove stamina because it doesn't exist. There you go. So there you go. Okay, so get hit rating. So hopefully you watch this video and you fix the errors I made in the last one. But that's cool. So we get the hit rating, and we add it with enemy.get defense. Okay, so you go. Now this is the total hit def for player. Okay, for the players attacking and the enemy is defending. Let's just write that. Test for player attacking and enemy defending. Okay, so there you go. Now that is the total stuff. Now we need to see how many percent of the total is the character's hit rating and how many percent is the enemy's defense. Now it's really easy to do. We'll just make it float. Obviously hit rating is a integer and defense is a integer as well. So I'm just gonna do static cast float on these. Okay, I'm just gonna do static cast float on both of these equals I'm gonna have the plus there, enemy defense. Just copy this. So there's gonna be a lot of casting here, which is okay, I guess. Float hit percent. We'll call it hit percent equals this static cast this. You know what we could do? We could do this. Float hit rating equals. We'll just add that just like that. Boom. Okay, so hit rating. Then we're working with smaller names, right? Float defense equals, and then we'll take the enemy's defense. Enemy get defense, right? Static cast that float, and then instead of this, we'll just say hit rating plus defense, just like that. Just like that. Boom. Okay. So hit percent is hit rating divided by total hit defense. Okay. Boom. And then float def percent equals defense divided by total hit def. And you can actually just do and we want to multiply all of this with 100. So you're just going to say 100.f multiplied by all of this. So we get it in percentages, kind of. And then we'll probably round this off to no, what do you call it? No decimals, right? But for now, this is fine. So we just have that def percent and hit percent. And then we're going to, you could just say 100. You do that, and then you do this 100 minus whatever this was, right? Then you get this one. But still, we'll just calculate it. It's another calculation. It's not really good, but still, just to make it clear, right? So there we have all the percentages and all the everything that we need, basically. And then we need an int random, and this random number is gonna actually be from 1 to 100, right? So it's gonna randomize everything from 1 to 100. So rand 100 plus 1. Boom. And then we need to set the seed every time. srand equals to time static cast unsigned 0. Boom. So there we go. That's nice. And we'll set srand every time we randomize something. So that's gonna be okay for us. And then let's see, we got the while loop. We'll just comment out the while loop for now because the video is gonna be too long if we keep that. But I'm just gonna go ahead and print stuff out. I'm gonna do this. Cout hit rating equals hit rating. Okay, and a new line, and I'm gonna say like that. I'm gonna say percent, and then hit percent. Whoops, gotta just do that, just like that. Okay, so hit percent. Obviously like this. Okay, cool. So that's hit rating. And then we're gonna have defense like this, defense percent def percent, and obviously we're gonna have a total here as well. Total equals, sorry about my chair creaking and shit. but yeah, it's an old chair. There we go. So let's just have total YOLO. No, not YOLO. Total hit def swag. Boom. We're just gonna print that out. New line, hit rating, new line, blah 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 blah. And then see out maybe a bunch of lines here just to see what the hell's going out. Going out. New line. And just copy it. And just put it up here as well. Boom. Okay, cool. So there we go. Now we got a bunch of stuff going here. Maybe do that. Boom. Okay. That's fine. And I'm actually just going to print out the random number as well here. Random number equals random. And there we go. So if I just run this, should be fine. We should be able to get some numbers coming. Hopefully, if it doesn't crash. Doesn't seem to be crashing. There we go. Okay, so let's create a character. New character, something, something. -1. Start the game. Combat test. Okay. Let's see if it's actually changing. I can see the stuff changing. Let me see. Let's just do a system pause. System pause. Like this. Boom. Let's run this. And then create a character again. New character. Something, something. Start the game. Combat test. So every time I run this, it seems to be fine. Okay, so 3 is 60% and defense is 2. And it's 40%, see? And the total is 5, which is 100%. And the random number, depending on where we are, it would be either a hit or a miss, okay? Now I think the random is only changing with the time as an integer, so in seconds, right? And that kind of makes it let me just try this before we end. We gotta end the video here, but let me just see. It shouldn't actually make a difference here. Otherwise, I'll try to fix that. -1 and start game and combat test. No, 5. Yeah, it's still using the seconds. Okay, but I'll fix that. Doesn't really matter. In the next video, we'll probably try to roll some stuff here, and yeah, that should be fine, right? That should be fine. And there's probably a better way to set the random seed as well, because sometimes we set the seed to something specific, right? And we don't want that seed to still be there as we randomize and we travel around, right? We just want to set the time to seed the seed to something like this, so we can kind of get a random value. So yeah, we'll see how that works, but we'll work around with that. But still, thank you today for watching and sticking with me so far. Please check out the description box. Lots of useful stuff down there. Follow me on Twitter. Drop a like, subscribe if you can. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Take care, best of luck, and I'll see you guys and girls in the next video. All right, bye bye.